All right, then time now for our book club. Ben.
Yeah. Yes.
Take it away.
Yes. My book club this week is none other than Batman White Knight, written and drawn by Sean Murphy with Matt Hollingsworth, which I believe he did the colors.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Todd Klein was the letterer.
Yep.
And both Sean Murphy and Matt Hollingsworth were cover art and original series covers.
Yep. There we go. Yep. So this book is I know Brandon and Ryan and even Sparks were saying how you guys bought the original issues.
I had not read this before this week.
I think I'm the only person who was reading it as it was coming out.
You know what? It was you, Ryan.
I bought this from issue 1, baby.
Yeah, you were reading it when it was coming out. You said how good it was. So once it came out of trade, I was like, I need to get this. It's an Elseworld story. It doesn't have anything to do with current
this
DC
is the
continuity.
First Black Label book.
Yep.
And it was before Black Label existed.
Yeah.
It got turned into one.
Yep. And holy crap, this book is great. Basic storyline is the Joker goes sane. Not insane. He is sane.
There's actually a story called Going Sane.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I see.
This isn't the first time this idea has kind of happened.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Batman's been around 80 years.
Well, there's that also that idea.
First time that's happened like this.
No, yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah, but there was also, I want to say, this is something I heard about where the Joker, where like Batman was presumed dead for 3 years, so the Joker became Joe Carr, like C-A-R. Like he lived a normal life for a few years, then Batman hunted him down and he went crazy again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but this one is where the Joker goes sane and he says, you know what, Batman is causing more problems for Gotham than he's solving. So the Joker tries to build a case to get Batman arrested by the GCPD.
I love Gotham, and it's time I paid her back for the debt owed by the Joker. The city deserves better than you, better than the Joker, and better than the Dark Knight. So I'm going to be her White Knight.
Yeah.
Jack Napier, which is the name of Joker from the 1989 Batman movie.
There's a lot of references
to multiple Batman movies.
Batman.
Yeah, this book is dope for using things that were in worse pieces of fiction.
Yeah.
There's I'm looking
when
at
Mr. Freeze shows up and he goes, "I'm all out of ice puns."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so good.
There's also a great
McGregor syndrome. Alfred even having McGregors. That's from Batman.
Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin.
Yep.
There's also this great page of Joker in a cell at Arkham where he's surrounded by all of his Batman memorabilia, all the toys. There's animated series toys. There's a scene of
the animated series Batmobile shows up in this book.
Yeah, there's a scene from '89 with Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton. There's the Tumbler from frickin' The Dark Knight. Like they say, like there's a reason why we gave Batgirl the Tumbler.
I like that Joker decides to take the pills. Like he went to that warehouse to be like, I'm going to prove to you that you're actually the problem and I'm not. And he like baits Batman to like shove a ton of pills into his body.
And then mysteriously he's sane, crazy.
Yeah,
more serious.
It's so and like how did they know that was going to make him sane? Like how does he know about those? All these answers are answered by the end of the book.
Yeah.
The Harley Quinn stuff.
I think
the two Harley Quinn stuff.
The two Harley Quinn.
So I love how Sean Gordon Murphy wrote Harley Quinn in this book.
Which one?
The first one. Oh no, not the first one. The quote unquote.
Honestly, both.
Yeah, well, yeah, both of them, because you get. What am I gonna try?
You get the current kind of New 52-ized Harley Quinn.
Yes, you
and
do.
And then you get the classic Paul Dini, Bruce Timm Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And and he uses that to be heartbreaking because Joker was like, so you left. Why didn't I notice?
Yeah, I got this right here. What happened to make you leave? What did I do? And she's like, you really don't remember? You were so easy to fall in love with. The most exciting man I ever met. I didn't feel like a criminal. I just felt free. I didn't know if you even loved me. I didn't even care.
Yeah.
And that's like the toxic Joker Harley relationship stuff that people latch onto when they shouldn't. But this is like the reverse of that, of like, no, I had to get out because I knew you were bad for me. And like that's what I really love about these two Harleys. One of them loves the real Joker, the crazy Joker, and then this one sees the real man that he can become, like the hero he can be.
Like Harleen sees, like Harleen Quinzel, the original Harley Quinn.
She sees the good in him.
She sees Jack Napier. Whereas the Neo Joker, the second Harley,
I love the Neo Joker.
Yeah,
man.
she just sees the crazy batshit one. That's what she's into.
She is into violence and crime, and she loves the Joker.
I really kind of wish they made great strides with that Harley Quinn in recent years. So it's not the same character anymore.
Yeah,
but this character, the second Harley Quinn, was modeled after that Harley Quinn. That is the two Harley Quinn. She's wearing very similar color scheme, very similar hair.
Her hair is different. Her hair's she has like the blue
when the real Harley Quinn shows up. and she's wearing the old Paul Dini costume.
Yeah, the diamond outfit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was ecstatic to see the classic Harley Quinn back.
And the thing I love the most about this book is that it actually makes me think Batman is the true villain for Gotham City.
For a long time, you think that.
Oh, it's great how it turns out. And obviously there's that plot where Joker destroys his own library in Backport.
Yeah.
And then you also see Bruce Wayne at a charity event with Barbara, and he's all like listening to this like rich snob who calls it Blackport as a derogatory word or as a derogatory
Punches him in the face.
Yeah.
It's Backport.
Yeah, Pat punches him in the face where you can still see that Bruce is trying to be Batman. He's obviously at his wit's end. Is Alfred dead at this point? Yeah.
He punches him in the face because he finds out that they're financing profiting off of Batman zones,
Yeah.
where he has leveled and destroyed things, and because of that, they're like, these are the places where Batman fights, so the real estate is low, and they turn profit off of it.
Yeah, you get the reveal that they have a Batman relief fund.
A Batman
Yeah.
devastation fund.
Devastation
Yeah.
fund.
It's so good.
$3 million to the city.
Billion.
$1 billion to the
Yeah.
city. It's insane. Oh shoot, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Alfred's whole thing.
Alfred dies.
Alfred's whole thing with the fact that Batman is more brutal in this. He even says he's lost his way, partially because he's upset that Alfred is dying and he can't cure him.
Yeah.
Like that change comes from a real place. I really adore that happened. The change that, by the way, the change that Jason Todd was the first Robin, not the second Robin, is awesome.
I like that. And
Right.
the reveal that, I know this is coming to the end of the book. I mean, spoilers for this book. But it cuts to the end where Batman and Jack are in the Batmobile together, and he's like, "Tell me what happened to Robin." And
The
he's
Joker
like,
won't let me know it.
Yeah.
He holds it over me.
and he finally figures out. He's like, "Yeah, he let him go." And he's like, "Jason's alive." He's like, "Yeah, why didn't you come back to me?" It's like, dude,
Because that was worse.
I
Yeah.
love throughout this book.
You're missing the beat of that, though, which is that before Batman asked that, as he says, the last thing he said was, "I wish I'd never met Bruce Wayne."
boy.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's rough.
that was
Yeah.
ooh.
That's why Batman shook after that.
Yeah.
So the Joker knew that he was Bruce Wayne. It's like the Joker knew. Well, the Joker suspected. I always knew.
Yeah.
Well, he knew when he investigated the devastation fund.
Right.
I love that scene.
They all come because so Batman it does start to get framed as a villain. You wonder like, oh, is this just a world where Batman is just the worst? But then you get like, no, the Batman Devastation Fund came from Wayne Enterprise holdings.
Yeah.
Like Bruce Wayne was helping fund the city.
Because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's just kind of dumb.
The reveal that Jack and Batman were actually on the same side was such a great twist to this book that I honestly didn't think they were going to go down. Ryan is dying.
Another part of the book that got me really well was the reveal that Victor's father was a former Nazi.
The fact that Victor's German. He's a Nazi.
Yeah. So
I mean,
like,
it's Victor Fries. Of course, he's German.
are you okay, Ryan?
I'm just joking. Don't worry about it.
No, so Victor Fries's dad was a Nazi. Came to the United States after the war.
Yeah, and you think that it's like were the Waynes Nazis?
Yeah, were they Nazi
Yeah,
supporters?
Thomas and him put
Martha.
some stuff together.
Yeah.
Or Martha?
Yeah, Thomas, Martha, and Victor's dad. And then Victor straight up says, like, I hated my dad. I hated him being a Nazi. Thomas knew that we can do some great things with this freezing technology. I need to heal, like, Victor's wife, Nora.
Yeah.
And even seeing her, you see her in a panel, but she is out of her coma. She's out of her thing. She is walking around.
And
But
they
yeah,
age up.
Yeah,
Which
which
I thought
is
was cool.
Oh,
Yeah, when Mr. Freeze, he's in his chamber and he's been locked away for like 70 years or something?
80 years, I think.
Yeah, so
years.
like he ages that much instantly, and it's like, wow, that's really sad and spooky.
And even when like Batman shows up and slaps the stuff, the things on Victor's table, he's like, start talking, and then it's like
the secret. He finds the secret room. Well, Neo Joker finds a secret room in the
that he never knew.
in the mansion, and he basically finds a picture of them shaking hands with a Nazi, and he's like,
Yep.
"You need to tell me what happened." And I have to realize, no, my dad helped Wayne helped my dad get out of Germany and stop fighting the Nazis. Like start fighting the Nazis with this freeze ray that's on the edge of Gotham City and
Under the
freezes the whole city.
Under the German embassy of all places.
That's insane.
It is. It's
Sean
great.
Gordon Murphy's. We've been talking about the
story, yeah.
But Sean Gordon Murphy's art is incredible.
he's been on this book on one of the book clubs many times.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
did Chrononauts. He did Tokyo Ghost.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. he is one of the
Punk
best
rock
Batman
Jesus.
artists.
Punk rock Jesus,
Punk
thank
rock,
you.
yeah.
He's one of the best Batman artists.
Oh yeah,
I would.
he draws vehicles like nothing.
I love how Sean Gore movie draws Batman, especially how Batman's cape has a bit of a collar to it. Very noir-esque. I love how Nightwing has a cape, how he has a jacket.
A bit of a jacket. Yeah.
Even Batgirl, she has little bat ears coming out of her hair.
One of my favorite Batgirl designs.
Yes.
They've actually kind of repurposed it a bit for main continuity. I love the bat.
I mean, the
Batgirl
bat symbol itself, I mean, that's not my favorite, but that's neither here nor there. That's not a problem. The art, like every time when he draws Jack, like when you can tell, I love how the Joker, like when he is the Joker, he has two different colored eyes, and his purple eye is in the shape of the bat symbol.
The bat symbol.
I love that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I love how he doesn't put the makeup on when he becomes Joker. His skin instantly turns white and his hair instantly turns green.
Yeah,
like when he starts.
the panels where he turns into Joker are really chilling.
Yeah.
The way that he does when Jack is standing in a room sometimes, like the very first time we see Jack when he's defending his case, but his shadow is the Joker.
The shadow's
Yeah.
the Joker. He does that with Bruce Wayne.
He
too.
does it with
He
Bruce
does.
too, where
He
it's
does.
the shadow is the bat. He does it
Yeah.
with a couple of
I
characters.
really like
when Poison Ivy breaks it. It's like, oh my god, hooligans!
yeah.
I really like Jack Napier holding back the Joker
Yeah.
throughout this thing, and then like he's in the car with Batman, and Batman's like, I need the Joker, and he's like, dude, if you want the Joker, you can have him, but you're not gonna like him, and then he goes crazy, and I'm like,
That Joker's
oh, no.
like, how about a 1 hour truce?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh
like that
man, and he almost dies saving Harley.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The Harley
Harley
Joker-
Batman stuff is good too.
The Harley
Yeah.
Batman stuff, but the Harley Joker relationship is the heart of this book, and it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harley
Truly.
is the heart of the book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
We find out that she made the medicine.
Yeah.
Dude, we haven't even talked about like Joker's like Jack's like plan. He uses Clayface and like he
feeds people Clayface.
He feeds
Yeah.
people Clayface, and then he uses the Mad Hatter's hat that controls people to control
control Clayface.
everyone who ate Clayface. So every villain in Gotham is under his control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that is so
The
crazy.
brain with the card sticking out of the brain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's such an awesome plan. And they're like, is this going to kill Clayface? Like, I don't know.
I have no clue.
Who cares?
Oh, there's this great line
When Clayface like escapes all the people, he's like Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, I think he knows what you did." No shit. World's greatest detective, my ass.
Duke Thomas is in here. He's like I think he's like a grown-up version of his normal like teenage character, who's the Signal, who's like one of Batman's newer sidekicks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who that was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
he's been around for a couple years now. But yeah, he includes Sean Murphy includes everyone in this book. And all his takes on the villains are really
Except
neat.
for Tim. No Tim.
No, Tim
Okay,
Drake.
okay.
You know what I like about Duke Thomas? I also so obviously Jack is running for city councilman, and I want to say in like part 4, like
think-
issue 4,
I think
issue 3.
3, it's early.
Yeah, it's pretty darn early. Like they're meeting Duke and they're doing their peaceful protests. Harvey Bullock instantly says, "Stay away from Duke. He's mine." 3 issues later, "Hey, thanks for the help, partner." "Yeah, no problem, buddy."
Yeah, because Jack's like, I want to repurpose the Batman Devastation Fund to create the GTO, which is going to be police-run vigilante.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude! They
Yeah.
all get a bunch of cool cars.
And then they all get Batmobiles at the end.
Yep.
The GTO is such a cool idea.
So the most damning argument against Batman in this whole thing that I think carries over to the main books, and you become, oh, why doesn't he do that? Is Batman could have helped arm the police to better confront the super criminals this entire time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And once that argument is put out there, I'm like, oh, yeah, Batman kind of sucks.
He has to do it his own way.
Even in the main comics now, because Batman himself by the end of the book admits, like, you're right, I should have shared tech.
Yeah.
Like,
Not just that.
There's not a good reason. There's not a good reason why at least
Yeah.
freaking Gordon isn't armed.
and I
At
think,
least
yeah.
one cop that he trusts should be armed with more than a basic gun. And once that argument was out there, I'm like, oh, I think all Batman comics are flawed now.
Yeah. There's a great thing at the very end of the comic is Batman reveals himself.
Yeah,
To
he
the
takes-
cops, and he's like, if we really want to trust each other, then I have to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a bold step.
Harleen and Jack almost get married.
Yeah.
Before
they-
the Joker takes
That
over.
is the most
heartbreaking.
that was the most emotional moment reading the comic for me, is when you turn the page and it's the Joker holding her for the I do, and she's horrified, and it's like,
And the Neo Joker
that
smiles.
sucks. Yeah.
But even
God.
just Joker saying, like, finally looking at Harley is like, I was a monster to you and I want to change. Now that, like, the Jack and Harleen stuff, that is like true relationship goals right there. Where she's like,
And I love they bring back the fact I knew exactly what you were. I was a psychiatrist, remember?
yeah, exactly. And even when when Joker goes to Harley, not the second one, with the ring and says, look, that's not me. And then a rich classic Harley Quinn shows up And she's like, apology accepted, and she's wearing the ring. I'm like, oh shit, there were two Harleys this whole time.
That's my. I heard about the two Harleys.
I made that my profile thing.
Yeah.
As when the Joker proposes to the first Harley and the other Harley kicks in, I'm like, this is super cool, and I made it my Facebook image for like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I knew about the two Harleys, and honestly, I think it is one of the best ideas this book brings.
Yeah.
Is the two Harleys, and I honestly wish it was in the main continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, because you don't like modern Harley.
I don't like
Yeah.
modern Harley.
when Jack is proposing to the first Harley, he's like, I want to be the version of you always wanted. And I thought that was super sweet and like really true of like, I've been a bad person. I really want to be the version you see. And it turns out maybe not.
yeah.
Yeah.
And even later on, when
the pill stopped working.
yeah, but before that, when Harley's like, hey, is this deal still on the table? He's like, when she puts the ring on his finger and is like, I want to marry you. It was like, this is great.
Yeah, it's great.
Their
I mean,
date is so nice.
It's so
Cute.
great. It's just so great.
Love it.
I love how Sean Murphy draws that Harley, especially for their date night. I just everything about the art in this
It's a
book.
little hot and steamy.
Ooh, this is a Black Label book.
Well, not just that, but also
No bat dongs.
No bat dogs.
no bat dogs. Well, not only that, he draws. Nah, I'm just gonna stop there.
Okay.
He draws.
He
all,
does
the,
dog.
all the art is just
Yeah.
stupid.
I mean,
good.
it's this guy's a known talent. Yeah.
The
His cars are like next level good. He draws beautiful cars.
All
man.
of these Batmobiles.
Hell yeah.
the interactions between Jack, Joker, and Batman are excellent. Jack fistfights and beats Batman, and that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I believe it.
Like even when he was training with Harley, and he's like, "Hey, not the face." He's like, "Do you think Batman's not gonna go for your face?
Damn
He's gonna
right.
go for your face, hun."
Yeah.
Yeah, his cars are so nice. When Joker is in the car with him, he's like, "Oh, I've always wanted to be in here." But yeah, we get the Tumbler, we get the 1966 Batmobile, we get the animated series Batmobile, we get the Tim Burton Batmobile,
Which
and
is my favorite.
They're all there.
I'm
and
just
we get his Sean Gordon Murphy's new Batmobile design, one of the best, I think.
yeah, I really
So
dig
good.
that Batmobile design.
And this book did so well.
Oh shit!
Go
oh
ahead.
shit! Sorry.
Go ahead.
When Gordon is driving the '89 Batmobile,
Yeah.
and they shoot the EMP,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
is such an awesome sequence.
Yeah.
Gordon,
So
like, I
cool.
let this go on too long. I have to be the one to arrest
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
And because they're gonna hit him with an EMP, so they like blind him and then
Yeah.
they turn off all the lights. And Gordon's been wearing this blindfold. Shit, that is my favorite sequence in this
That
book.
is so great.
Yeah,
That
this
is
book's really
such
Just
a good.
no, when
sequence.
Nightwing says, "I can steal one," and he steals the '89 Batmobile,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, that's just so
that is
cool."
That is such a good sequence.
The again, this book did very well. So the sequel book is currently out right now, which I don't know. I think we're all picking up. You're picking up?
I am picking it up.
I'll wait for the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm trade waiting.
No, that's
as
fine.
well.
So in a year, we'll do the next book club.
Yeah. I got a lot
Picked
on
up the
book.
first one all the way through, so I'm going to pick up this one.
Yep.
Definitely.
yeah. But yes, White Knight. I knew I should have read this sooner. I'm glad I picked it up when I did.
Just be lucky it's a Batman book, so it was going to sell no matter
Well,
what.
obviously it is Batman, but also it's a Batman book that's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Batman. I mean, yes, I love the noir stories like Long Halloween. I love the action packed ones like Hush. But this one where it's like maybe Batman's not the greatest because even the Casey Casuals,
He even said we lost our way.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But all the Casey Casuals I talked to who claim to love Batman, they're like, Batman's the greatest because he's Batman. They put him so high on a pedestal, and then we talk to other nerds and we're like, you know what? Batman's maybe not the greatest. I love how this book makes you think that maybe Batman isn't the greatest for Gotham. Maybe the Joker is right. How come Batman doesn't give all of his kick-ass technology
Well, but
to the police? How
thing is,
come
the Joker is right?
Yeah.
Like the book answers
He's right.
Batman lost his way.
Uh-huh.
Batman was at once right, but now the Joker's right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I like this book a lot.
Yeah.
And I
actually-
love like the growth of Gordon having to come to terms
Oh,
with that.
yes.
Yeah.
Also, just as a quick side note, I was talking to a friend of mine at work, and he was asking me what good comics to read. I told him about God Country by Donny Cates, and I
Lord
also
Savior. Good job.
and I also mentioned this one as well because I feel like this is some because it's an Elseworld story. You don't have to. You just need to know the basics of Batman to get it, and you don't have to worry about like continuity or of all that other stuff. It's a good one and done.
Yeah.
But if you know continuity, it's got some nice little Easter eggs.
It does. It really, really does. And also, it's got some like the Batmobile references.
Actually, believe it or not, it caters to the movies more than the comics. So if you know Batman and Robin very well, you might dig this book.
Yeah.
like I'm all out of ice puns. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
a
all
joke.
out of ice puns.
Yeah.
I would love
Hell
to
of a
see
good book.
this in a.
Victor Freeze helped save the world.
You know what?
Oh my God, Alfred's death.
Oh.
Alfred's death is
His
so heartbreaking.
note.
Alfred's letter.
The
Alfred's
letter almost got
So
me.
because
Ooh.
Batman's like beaten to a pulp, and he's like on the floor, and Alfred wakes up because he's got McGregor's syndrome, which is the disease that Nora is dying from, and it's so rare. And Victor's trying to cure it with Bruce, and so Bruce wakes up having the IV in him to help save him, and Alfred is just dead on the chair next to him.
Yep.
Jesus, guys,
That's rough.
Heartbreaking.
real
Also,
fast.
I love when Victor Freeze figures out who Batgirl is.
Oh yeah, so
And
I'm
'cause she's-
assuming you're his assistant that was there.
And she's like, "Oh crap, I'm still in my costume." He's like, "Don't worry, I know who Mr. Wayne is. You're safe."
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
I would love to see this.
Because Alfred told him his secret identity. Oh my god.
I would love to see this book adapted into an animated film.
Not with the current New 52.
Not with the current.
Absolutely
No, no,
not.
no. That's my only.
I'll tell you flat out, I don't.
You don't?
No, I
nah.
don't. I don't think that. I don't think that even with a good team behind it, they won't adapt this art style.
Yeah.
So I don't want to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with them.
Unless
Okay.
you're going to recreate this art style really well, let's be honest, they'd have to put some serious money in to do.
Oh, yeah.
For animation, they'd have to do it differently than they do their anime films. I don't need it. I'd rather just have this book.
Have you watched like
Okay.
the last, like all of the most recent DC movies?
I will say real quick though that reading this, there was a voice that I heard for Jack and Joker that I didn't expect to hear in my head.
Who was
James
it?
And the voice was
Marsden.
Alan Tudyk.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Alan Tudyk Joker in the new Harley Quinn series.
Alan Tudyk.
Oh!
Alan Tudyk bouncing between Jack Napier and Joker. I could hear really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm into it. All right.
I can dig that.
I'm into it.
Because he can do crazy.
Yeah, and he can do like what Jack is
Yeah.
too,
I'm into
in
that.
a sincere and different way.
Yeah. Hey guys, read this book. It's awesome.
It is
Yeah,
awesome.
it is. It truly is.